Oh yes, so many people have been waiting for this, exactly this. We have a major leak for the Tab S8, and one question I have, the one and only question I have right now is, can it dethrone the M1 iPad Pro? Why not? And the answer is yes, it can. Yes, we can, because in one area it already can, and that is size. And I always said size matters. So allegedly Samsung sent out a survey to users out there, basically beta users, people who are included in the pre-selection for their next tablet lineup. So that is where all the juicy details come from, because they have been included in that survey. But there's a word of caution, take this with a pinch of salt, because some of it may change later on. According to this leak, the Tab S8 will come in 3 different versions. I will feature every single version and what differentiates them. Afterwards, I will basically summarize what is identical for all devices. Voila! Number 1, it is the Tab S8 regular version. The Tab S8 regular version will come with an 11-inch display, 120 Hz of course, and it already sounds familiar, doesn't it? It is the thickest of the bunch, and I mean thick in terms of density here. It is 6.3mm thick. What is intriguing though, the more we move up towards option 3, the thinner the Tab S8 gets. And yes, we have some good news here. For once, the cancel culture is good, because 6GB of RAM has been cancelled. No more. That means the entry model will come automatically with 8GB of RAM. So that is good for your heavy duty task, whatever it is you do, but it also has the 128 or 256GB SSD internal storage available. Everything is in the cloud these days anyway, but 128 or 256 is good. 8GB of RAM is my favorite part so far. And look, in terms of weight, it is pretty much identical to the Tab S7. It weighs 500 grams. It also reflects the battery capacity, which is 8000 milliamps. But then it's price range. But that's important to many of you guys. Let me read this here. $750 USD to $900 USD. That also kind of reflects what the Tab S7 costs now. But that's the pricing for the Tab S8 regular version. And yes, we have 3 different versions, Wi-Fi only, LTE and 5G. All of it is available, and that reflects the price range from $750 to $900. Number 2, voila, number 2, that is the Tab S8 Plus / Pro, and it is the successor of the Tab S7 Pro. And yes, you guessed it, it has the 12.4-inch AMOLED screen with 120 Hz, of course. And this one is thinner with 5.7mm. You can see the trend here, or trend. It's going thinner the more we move up. 5.7 it is for the Tab S8 Plus / Pro. And here again, the battery and everything else is pretty similar or identical. In fact, with the Tab S7 Plus, it is a 10,090 mAh battery. So that is the same. And that is probably, my guess, this is probably the reason why there's one more thing. I mean, one more option. So what about power? It is the same as for the Tab S8, the regular version. It has, the Tab S8 Plus has 8GB of RAM and 128GB of 256 SSD internal storage. So you should be fine, I hope, I think. Please be fine. Price range, ooh, we are moving up. It is $1,000 USD to $1,250 USD. Yes, it has these 3 options available, Wi-Fi only, LTE, and 5G. So it's going up to $1,250. I am not sure if that's the 256 option already included, but we will see. That is the price range as of today. Now, the most interesting option is coming up, and display size here is pretty, or seems pretty substantial, like mega substantial. Option number 3, voila, Tab S8 Ultra. And why not? This name has been widely used with all the Samsung phones. But what does it mean? Are you sitting down? Are you sitting down? Yeah, please sit down. It has a 14.6-inch Super AMOLED screen. Let it sink. 14.6. And 120 Hz refresh rate, of course. Now, before you say it is too big, rule number 1, it's never too big. And look, the way Samsung has achieved this is not necessarily increasing everything, simply because they managed to trim down the bezels to achieve an impressive 92% screen to body ratio. Yes, you heard correct. Bezels are thin, super thin, ultra thin. Having said ultra thin, it is also 5.5 millimeter and it weighs 650 grams, which is 75 grams more than the Tab S7 Plus. We will see how this works out in terms of size. Maybe too big isn't too good. Now the big thing here is the battery capacity, a 12,000 milliampere hour battery included in this massive tablet that's coming up. Tab S8 Ultra 12,000. Yes, you heard correctly. I just don't know at this point if it's maybe there to maybe the display needs it because it is bigger, or if we get an additional capacity to work longer. We just don't know yet, but we will find out. As for power, it is kind of predictable when you look at the Ultra phones. Ultra name equals Ultra phones, right? It comes, and again, it is good news. It comes with 8 GB or 12 GB of RAM. Yes, you heard correctly, 12 GB of RAM and 5 12 GB SSD internal storage. And I know what you're saying. Don't type yet. And well, maybe you should, because I can see you guys asking, why on earth is this not available in the Tab S8 Plus option version? And you know what? Rightly so. Ultra means ultra pricing, and we are starting from $1,300 US up to $1,500 US. But let me know, is this too much? Is $1,500 too much? Let me know if this warrants the price what I just told you. And of course, we have 3 different versions again: Wi-Fi only, LTE, and 5G. 45 watt fast charging is included across all devices, which includes USB PD, which stands for power delivery. That means the charger of your Galaxy Book Pro 360, whatever it is you may have, will also give it all, will be compatible with your Tab S8 Plus, regular version, Ultra, whatever you have, and it will give it basically all the full capacity in order to charge it. So that means one charger, one love. We have no surprises with the S Pen. The S Pen is included for all devices. The cameras are pretty much the same with one exception. And again, it goes to the Ultra. The camera award goes to the Ultra version. That means we have and it is called an ultra wide angle camera, which means for good video calls, right? Because everybody's staying home these days. It is a 5 megapixel, mega ultra wide, whatever it's called, but it is super ultra wide for you to have that video call. Having said that, in your lunch break, you can watch a short movie with quad speakers. They are included for all devices by AKG, of course, because Samsung bought them a long time ago. Oh yeah, and Dolby Atmos as well. Before I forget, the fingerprint scanner is underneath the display. It's like James Bond. I vanished. Hold on, it's not all about the hardware. Just imagine, it comes with Android 12, and now we can see an even more compelling offer. And apparently Android 12, and this is for productivity lovers only, has different DeX mode / features. I'm going to read this to you, including a laptop mode, tablet mode, drawing mode, and a viewing mode. Intriguing, I know. Maybe the Ultra version makes sense after all, especially when you can buy a premium keyboard for this version also that has some special features on display. And before you ask, all the previous keyboards for the Tab S7, Tab S7 Plus will be compatible or are compatible with the Tab S8 and Tab S8 Plus. Only the Ultra version has a premium keyboard on offer. Last but not least, and I will release you of your suspense, it will include, or it should include, it may include a Snapdragon 888. Okay, yes, you. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm super interested what you guys think about the Ultra version. It is obviously the most interesting version. Until next time, thank you for watching. I miss you. Peace out.